Mr. Country CEO back in the house again, man. Look, Mo Game, and Mo Game. That's right. Welcome back to the channel, subscribers, family, and friends. Forging your own path. We talked about what do you do when you got one truck. We talked about obtaining the work. Number 3 for today, breaking away from brokers. Breaking away from brokers. All right, this is a good one here, man, because I get this question all the time. Now, let me say this from the onset. Brokers are not a bad place to start. For fact, and as a matter of fact, they're a good place to start. All right, because they have the work. They have been established. The contractors trust them, depending on them to get them trucks. Not a bad place to start. When I first came out, there was one broker guy that was getting trucks because he had the connections with a couple of the asphalt companies and offloading barges and stuff in our city. So, hey, you can use trucks. Yeah, I'll work for you. Even though I was working for the yard and dirt pits and different things, he was an avenue of work that I did work for. All right, and so I decided to go that route. But then there was a time when I wanted more. Now, let me say something here. There's nothing wrong if you're the type of guy or girl that's rather get your one truck or 2 trucks and you rather just stay with the broker, you're making enough money, that suits you fine. I ain't got no problem with it. If that's what you want to do and that's comfortable for you, do your thing. All right, but if you were a hip hop junkie at one time like me, do you recall when the Game was a part of 50's organization? Well, they fell out because the Game felt like he was boss material too, just like 50. Did you get that? Well, that didn't go over too well with 50, but I understand what Game was saying. Hey, dude, I'm not just satisfied being an artist. I feel like I'm a boss too, right? So I said all that to say this is that there are some people got it in them to where they want to take that thing to another level, and they don't want to just be settled with the fact of getting work handed out to them. They want to have their own work, right? You are who I'm talking about. So breaking away from the brokers, how do you do it? Obtaining the work, what I told you in the last video. You got to be able to get your own work. Some of these brokers have a toehold in some of these places and cities. They can't get it all, though. Don't be discouraged. Some of my Houston fam talked to me about how the brokers have such a stronghold over there. Yeah, they got some of the work, but they can't get it all. You got to know how to go and look for the work. That's why my book talks about 20 ways. They can't get it all. They don't have, most cases, here's what you got to understand, guys. They don't have any trucks. They need you. Now, don't get me wrong. One of the hardest things outside of being able to get people to come together is being able to get dump truckers to come together. I know how it goes because all the dump truckers got to do is bow up and say, hey, guys, we ain't going. We're not going to work for that, or we ain't going. And, man, you would turn the dump truck world upside down if you would do that. But they ain't going to do it. All right? And so, but they need you. They need trucks. Most of these brokers don't even have trucks. Few of them might have some trucks, but most of them I've discovered don't have no trucks. A couple of them done come in here into Baton Rouge following the federal big old diversion canal job. There's thousands and thousands of tons of limestone. And these guys from out of state done come here following that job, right? And so since they're here, they're trying to get into other stuff. And I've had to try to encourage some of these other guys that are working for them because I work for some of them. But you got to understand, I got boss mentality. I know how to and want my own work. Right? I'm not saying don't work for them, but you need to learn how to step your foot outside of that, start getting your own work. And so eventually, at some point, if you want to break away, you can break away. Don't never let anybody have you or such a toehold on you to where you can't go nowhere. And essentially, they control a truck that you paid a note on. Talk, boy. They control a truck that you paid a note on because you ain't got no work or don't know how to get no work. You're totally dependent on them. Let me give you a nugget. Don't ever be totally dependent on one contractor or one source of work. Talk, boy. All right. So I hope this helps you. Breaking away from the brokers. You ought to have a plan at some point if you want to take that thing to another level and dominate to break away from the brokers. Now, when I say break away, understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't work for them because I work for some of them. But don't be beholden to them to where they control your truck because you don't know how to or don't have any other work of your own. I go to them when I ain't got nothing else. Did you get that? That's why I stay in good with some of them. So when I ain't got nothing else, because all trucking gets slow, sometimes I got a place to go. But my number one priority is the people I deal directly with. And that's what you want to do, my friend. So you can do what? Dominate. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm trying to tell you how to forge your own path. I'm gone.